Rory, you've been a part of a lot of kind of devilish days here. Where does this rank?
Yeah, it's up there. I think it's not quite as it's maybe not quite as devilish as the weekend the last couple of years because the fairways are still sort of soft. But the greens got, they're the sort of greens you expect to see late on a Sunday, not late on a Friday. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here. But it's going to be a good test over the weekend, and I'm glad I got 18 holes in those conditions because the course definitely changed a lot from when I played it yesterday morning to this afternoon. So, at least I'll be a little more prepared for it tomorrow.
If the greens continue along this same kind of pattern, what will they end up like on Sunday if they don't do anything about it?
They'll be, glassy and firm and, they'll be tricky. It's still, you have to land it on your spots with the right spin and the right trajectory. So you just have to be so precise whenever the greens get like this, and it just puts even more of a premium on hitting the ball in the fairway so that you can put some spin on the ball to control it into these greens.
Rory, you, Terrell, and Victor, 3 of the top 4. Arnold Palmer put a real emphasis on bringing international fields here, and international players have done really well here for a while. Can you put your finger on any reason why?
No, not really.
Did you notice? Have you noticed it?
Yeah, of course. You look at the list of winners. Terrell obviously won a couple of years ago. Mark Leishman, myself, Ernie, Jason Day. Yeah, a lot of international. I think the course lends itself to guys that have grown up in conditions that are, like in Australia or like in Europe, where it's it gets firm and it gets tricky, and but yeah, it's a great tournament with a sort of international flavor, and that's really sort of stood out over the last few years.
What's the patience level you needed on a day like today? The round was really long.
It was slow. It's always going to be slow whenever the greens get this tricky and this firm and this fast. It's going to be, and it's going to be like, playing in 2 balls the next couple of days will be a little bit quicker, but you're just going to, that's what it's about, just not getting frustrated over the weekend, having as much patience as possible. Again, trying to just make pars and pick off, a birdie here and there. That's the game plan.
Do you feel like you shot 7 worse than yesterday?
I don't feel like I played like I'm 7 shots worse. I thought my ball striking today was pretty good, apart from the first couple of holes. But hit some good shots. Certainly drove it well. I don't know how much tougher the course is playing today than yesterday, but certainly don't feel like it was 7 worse.
Do you enjoy the challenge of the greens when they get like this?
Yeah, I do. I enjoy the challenge of hitting into them. The challenge of putting on them is a little different because it can get a little it gets inconsistent. The ball skids sometimes on breaking putts and doesn't take the break, and then it does roll pretty early, and then it takes the break early. So it sort of becomes a bit of a guessing game when they get this glassy, but it's all part of the fun.
You went back and looked at the line on 15, the par putt.
Yeah.
What did you miss there?
So it was again sort of what I was just alluding to. It was a putt where there was a little bit of right to left in it, but I knew if I got it outside the hole and on the top edge and it skidded on me just ever so slightly and didn't roll straight away, it could just stay up there. So I was sort of saying, well, okay, if I put it on the right edge and it skids and it turns late, then it's going to go in. But if it rolls early, I still feel like it'll break to the left edge, but it'll still catch the left edge and go in. So I sort of had it right edge, not giving the hole away, and then it just broke a little bit more than I thought.
What if I told you Victor only had 23 putts today?
See how he does tomorrow.
What about Tyrrell with 22?
See how he does tomorrow.
Thanks, Rory.